We're here in Miami, Florida, as we see a beautiful bird's eye view of the American Airlines Arena. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Boston Celtics taking on Miami. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. Someone will be keeping an eye on Shane Battier.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And another specialty of his is the three ball from the corner. That's his signature shot.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Rondo kicks to Allen. Takes a three. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Allen's got his team on the board to start the game for the Celtics. Chalmers against Rondo. Backing down is LeBron. And the basket by Chalmers. Now Rondo. Back to Perkins. The feed to Pierce. Gets to the corner and buries it.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Knocked loose. Rondo drives in. Here's Garnett. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Garnett's got his first points in this one. Celtics on D. It's a 5-point game. Here's Rondo. The kick out to Pierce. From deep. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not. That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
We've seen a quick start here for the Celtics. Garnett gets to Allen. Pass to Rondo. This ball movement by Boston. For three, Pierce. Again, Pierce missing. Here comes Mario Chalmers. LeBron drives in. And there's the rejection. Pierce, the pass to Garnett. Stolen by Bosh. LeBron gets the screen from Battier. James. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
A little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Ray Allen is on the wing. Three-pointer. That's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I'd do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
KG, that's good.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Bosh. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Leon Pose checked in for Kevin Garnett. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Oh, and here comes House, all alone. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Allen. 11 feet out, and he hits it. 7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. House kicks to Posey. From past the arc. That misses where it kind of had gone in. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Haslam's out there with Mike Miller. Then there's Chris Bosh. Then it's Allen, and it's Cole in at the point guard. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stop.
Some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up and right into the hoop.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Guys, Doc Rivers, the new head coach of the Los Angeles Clippers, said after last season, quote, there were times last year when they were the best team in the league. So I clearly think this is an extremely talented basketball team. But can we do that now in the postseason as opposed to just the regular season? That'll be the true test, gentlemen.
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks. Here's Allen. After the made shot from Posey. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
1:52 left in the second quarter. To the inside. Stolen by Bosh. Here's Cole. Hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure will change. And the foul on James Posey. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
It's stolen by Davis.
Yeah, he had tunnel vision on that pass. He was really focused on the target. Never did see the defender.
Allen kicks to House. Jacks up a three. That's good. House has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Cole. Off the pick. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And stolen by Miller. And here we go. Finished off the break.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Count the bucket. House has got 5 points now this quarter.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
And there's the call by the official. He'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Lewis in for Mike Miller.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Here's Cole, defended by House. Cole dishes to Allen. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw good from Allen. And the Celtics making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
Here's Posey. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Celtics lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Good afternoon.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given to the first. Third quarter starting here now. You have to like what we're seeing from Ray Allen.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. And to be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, well, that's impressive.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Boston. Rajon Rondo is out there with Allen. Then it's Pierce. Then there's Perkins. And it's Garnett in at the power forward. Here's Chalmers after Paul Pierce's score. The drive by Bosch. Battier right side. Wade outside. Shot clock at 6.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing it inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Rondo kicks to Pierce. Nice ball movement by Boston. Dishes it to Allen. No good on the triple. The Heat trail by 3. Kicks it to LeBron. First minute.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And as with any timeout at this part of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back onto the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
Pierce has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Here's LeBron. Makes it off the glass. LeBron's got 6 points.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside. You didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Boston trailing. Rondo passes to Garnett. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Pierce against Wade. And the shot is good. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter.
All the points these defenders are allowing inside is inexcusable. It's 5 baskets in a row, and they've all been practically laying.
Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
And Chalmers kicks to Bosch. Chalmers with the screen to Bosch. Feeds to Chalmers. Back to LeBron for the 3. And it's good. LeBron's got 9. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there's already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of it.
A great matchup. I mean, these two teams really match up well talent-wise. I'm enjoying this.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Heat up 2. And when we return, we'll get the... Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
For mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And they're getting so much penetration on the defense that they're getting a lot of easy buckets as a result of breaking down this defense.
LeBron James is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Chalmers. And it's Miller in at the 3 slot. It's the group in the game for the Heat.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career. Some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
You know what, Steve? His teammates love playing with him because he gets them so many assists thanks to his catch-and-shoot ability. A lot of his buckets come right off the pass.
KG, that's good.
This has been a terrific contest up to this point, and I would guess it's going to stay this way all the way to the end. Great matchup.
Probably so. Neither team wants to give an inch.
LeBron with a screen on Garnett. And it's Wade penetrating. Excellent D there from Perkins. And here's Garnett. It's Pierce on the wing. There's the three. That's good. Pierce has got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Timeout called the Heat. They trail by 2. 1:36 left to play in the final quarter. The Celtics making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Dennis Burkhouse out there for his pass.
Listening to what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
And thanks for that story, Doris. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Allen outside. Back to Rondo. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's blocked by Bobby. Shot's good. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth. It's tipped. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Wade with the jam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
That's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Right in the post. He's guarded by Badia. No luck. Wade dishes to LeBron. Good. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
The drive by Rondo. Leans. And it's blocked by Bosh. Allen kicks to Pierce. This one for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Dwayne Wade on the wing. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That is his first foul of the game. LeBron against Allen. LeBron takes the bad away. 6 to shoot. Fades and shoots. Can't get the 3 to fall.
Well contested shot. And he did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Pierce for 3. Bullseye! And the Heat call time here. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, the odds are stacked against them here. You don't have enough time to catch and shoot, so you really have to try to get an alley-oop converted or hope you draw the foul.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And so it's Boston slipping by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
Nobody wants to lose a close game. It's much better to win those tight games.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Coach Stephen Norris and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Owens saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan player of the game, Paul Pierce.
Let's get it started in here.
And the bass keeps running, running, and 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 in this context, there's no disrespect.